Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts. We're here at the Target Launch 2019 and we've got Bobby Cross with us. Rob, we've seen some unbelievable things here released from Target today. Are you looking forward to getting stuck into some of them?
Yeah, definitely. I've already had the points adapted to my darts, so we're going to give them a try. I have to admit, every year you look at the Target Launch and the way the bar's raised and stuff. But I looked at it last year and I thought it was special. Now all of a sudden this year we've raised it again, and that's just amazing for the company, and they keep growing, keep coming up with these great ideas, and probably in the next 5 years it'll be all change again and it'll be massive again. So it's good.
Are the manufacturers going to have to try and play catch up here with the stuff we've seen today?
I definitely believe so. I think if you look at the packaging from years ago, what Target done, it was always top quality packaging. Now everyone's had to raise their packaging just to even compete with Target. So now all of a sudden, with the new stuff coming out, yeah, someone will bring the same idea out and it'll all be copied, but that's life. But Target put the maximum effort in and they get what they get out of it.
The points that we've seen, obviously, and we know you used the Storm Point. Is the Storm Point available in that same technology then, or are you going to have to change that slightly?
Yeah, maybe it might have to be changed. I need to sit down with Gary and actually have a chat with him personally. I think if I could probably get maybe a little bit thicker point just at the top, then maybe it'll suffice and come off the surge. But we'll have to see. I've got a set made now, so I'll start practicing with them after today. They don't feel bad. But I might have to go to a longer point and just swap them over quick. But it's ideal. If you look at these things, and if I was to ever break a point, I haven't got to change my whole dart then, because I haven't got the time to change them. I can change it instantly, and that's just amazing.
It's been quite a 6 weeks for yourself. Have you had time to reflect on the match play win yet?
Yeah, definitely. I've took it well, and I've enjoyed this one. A little bit different to maybe when I won the Worlds, and obviously pull pillar to post straight away through the January and stuff. So I've enjoyed this one, and I'm playing well. I thought maybe I could have done a bit better in the World Series, in fairness, but that's life. Now we just focus on the rest of the year, and this is the important time of the year now.
Touching on the World Series, was there a little bit of disappointment there? Because you got yourself into some good positions, but just didn't quite get over the line when it mattered down under.
Yeah, I think obviously, I was up and down with me darts. It just like 1 minute I was in gear and I'm thinking to myself, if I keep that all day, he's got no chance of losing really. And then all of a sudden you're at a brick wall with it. So it's one of them things. It's a long way to go. 3 weeks away from the family, and I missed them towards the end. But at the same time, I'm very glad now to be back. It was a great World Series. It went fast, and I thought it was superb with the great crowds out there. But looking forward now, like I said, the most important time of the year coming up, and probably the biggest chance for everyone as a tour card holder to earn as much money as they can to help their ranking.
You touched on hitting a wall at times. Has that got something to do with the amount of travelling that you've had to do in a short space of time with the World Series events?
It's crazy when you look at an in-house flight and it's still like 3-4 hours. It's crazy. That gets us past Germany over here. So, yeah, maybe, but that's my job. And I handled the World Series better than what I handled it last year when I done it. So that's improvement for me. It was like the Premier League. Last year I handled it better this year. So I'm learning. I'm feeling happier, and it will get better.
Michael winning back-to-back World Series down under as well. Did he need that?
I think it's great for him. I think obviously everyone was speculating about his performances, which really, Michael's Michael, and he might have a bad 3 months, then so be it. But he's the best player in the world, and he's that for a reason. He's been the best player in the world for a fair few years now. And exactly the same thing, to think that he was going to go away, I think would be very naive. Yeah, maybe it's done him well to win them tournaments, obviously for the confidence. He went to Vienna and lost in the final this week too. But it's probably done him well for the confidence. But at the same time, to say that a 3-time world champion and probably the best player on the planet at the minute, in a way, or over the last 7 years, has been one of the best players on the planet. To say that he needed it is a bit harsh, really. And for the last 3 months, just let him crack on, and he'll come back and he'll be stronger again.
When you're in the top two in the world, like you and him are, when you have little dips, do you feel you get scrutinised more than someone else? When I say that, in Germany, he averaged 93.5 lost. Everyone was jumped on the bandwagon. Yet Max Hopp, I'm not digging him out, but he averaged 94. and everyone said he played really well. So do you think you do get scrutinised a little bit more than perhaps?
Look, you're in the light every time you go out. You have to wear your heart on your sleeve every time you go out, and unfortunately, I suppose people out there, they judge you for whatever you do. You could go up there and hit 110 and someone will still say, yeah, you're arrogant and you're this and you're that. That's just a way of life. It's just about dealing with that, putting that all to one side, not worrying about it, and focus on yourself. Do your job, feed your own family first. And all their comments, I don't have to pay their bills and they don't pay mine, so I'm not interested.
Whilst you were down under as well, I don't know if you've seen it, but PDC chairman Barry Hearn dropped a bit of a bombshell urging the BDO to pick your young protege, Leighton Bennett, for the Grand Slam. Now, would you like to see the young man in the Slam, and do you think he's ready for that pressure at such a young age?
I'm not going to be obviously sort of biased because obviously we look after him in the same stable and everything like that. Truthfully, I think he's a massive talent for 13. I've never seen personally a 13-year-old be able to play like that. I wasn't as good as that at that age. Not only that, sort of going forward, we've done SAP events and he's played and it's been live streamed. It is sort of over 100,000 viewings on it and everything while he was doing it. So I think the pressure's irrelevant, really. I think really has to be picked. And what's the worst what can happen? He can go in there, he can lose, but walk out with more experience. You're developing your youth players to sort of progress and say, do you know what, if you're good enough and you're showing quality, give them the chances. What's the difference between being a 13-year-old or a 30-year-old? Give them the chances, let them blossom. If they fall flat on their face, then so be it. He'll bounce back and he's a young boy. It will never hurt him. He would only gain more experience for the future. And like I said, every test what's been thrown at him so far, he's passed it with flying colours. There's no harm. There's no harm there in my belief anyway.
Judging off that answer, I think I know where this one's going to go, but I'll ask you anyway. The same with SAP Stabate Makuru. A lot of chat about her being picked as the BDO Ladies World Champion as well. Is it the same answer?
Well, in fairness, I think Lisa should have got in the year before. Obviously, Lisa missed out, didn't she, in the Grand Slam, and I think that was maybe a little bit of a poor decision by my faults, but obviously I don't run it. So I think all the time now, I think they should give everyone equal opportunity. Don't matter whether you're a woman, whether you're a kid, whether you're a fully grown man. It should be equal opportunity, and it shows that for me. Like when I come from nowhere to do what I've done. And without them chances, what I had and I took, I wouldn't be standing where I am today. So give them a chance. And next year it could be 3 different names, but why not let them have a go and do it? So we never know.
In the same interview, Barry said Premier League, the Contenders is here to stay in some format. Is that a good decision, how well it went last year, do you think?
I think it worked very well. In fairness, everyone made a good account of themselves and all. And then maybe at the start it was a little bit sceptical that would they perform, but they did, and I think it's great watching, it's great viewing, and everything about it works. So yeah, why not?
Rob, it's an absolute pleasure here at the Target Launch talking to you as always, mate, and we wish you all the very best this weekend coming up.
Thank you very much.